Of new oil and gas drilling operations in Central Louisiana is making way for an economic rebound here in Lafayette. But industry professionals say in order for that to happen, the price for a barrel of oil will need to go up. Josh Minnie joins us in the studio tonight to explain. And Josh, how are the prices stacking up at this point?
The several-year slump is ending and oil and gas prices are on the rise. In 2014, the price of oil dropped dramatically from around $110 per barrel to about $30, and it was devastating for Lafayette's economy. According to the U.S. Energy Information Agency, in 2017, the average annual price per barrel was about $52.50.
With prices up, energy companies are making moves in Central Louisiana's Austin Chalk Formation. The formation gets its name from its chalky consistency. It extends through Texas and runs across Central Louisiana to the Gulf of Mexico. That chalkiness makes it a more risky venture and more expensive to drill.
Some places the chalk can be softer and not as brittle, so it's very important to understand the regional aspects of that formation.
American oil and gas exploration company EOG Resources has begun fracking its first well in the chalk in Avoyelles Parish.
A year and a half ago, EOG Resources came into southern Avoyelles Parish, St. Landry Parish, and eventually moved into Point Capee Parish. And they've assembled about 220,000 acres in Central Louisiana pursuing the Austin Chalk.
An undisclosed large U.S. base operator also leased $87 million worth of land on the Austin Chalk in January. Burrell speculates major drilling for Austin Chalk will happen in West and East Feliciana and St. Helena and Tangipahoa parishes.
In Lafayette, most of the landmen have come out of Lafayette. That's why it's buzzing in Lafayette, because the land guys that have been working this are based out of Lafayette.
The underdeveloped Tuscaloosa Marine Shell Formation in Central Louisiana is also generating attention. The formation's got an estimated 7 billion barrels of oil and is underneath the chalk.
It's a deeper formation. It requires a higher oil price to drive the economics. My hope and really my evaluation is that with the two targets being 700 feet apart, we have the opportunity for what the industry calls a stack play. So there's a part of the Austin Chalk region where you could overlap the TMS and have multiple targets.
Our news partner, The Advocate, wrote drilling for the Tuscaloosa has happened in
St. Helena, Tangipahoa, and Washington parishes. We know in spring 2017, Australis Oil and Gas Co. acquired 122,000 acres through an $80 million purchase, and UL Lafayette received a nearly $10 million grant to study best practices for recovering oil in Tuscaloosa. The Tuscaloosa has historically been an unappealing formation for energy companies.
It was always kind of the redheaded stepchild of the shale industry, as it turns out, because it was so difficult to frack.
The difficulty lies in the soil's softness and higher than average depths. So, in order for the drilling of the Tuscaloosa to be profitable, the price per barrel has to be up, and companies need to develop new technology and methods to bring the cost of drilling down.
Unless the price of oil gets up probably in the high 70s or above 80, I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of activity in the Tuscaloosa Marine Shale.
Regardless of whether the Tuscaloosa shale formation becomes profitable for drilling ventures, service companies in Louisiana are preparing for production in response to increase in energy industry activity in Louisiana. The company Eagle Oil is planning to build an injection well in St. Landry Parish, which will receive frack wastewater from drilling sites spanning from Mississippi to Texas. Local landowners are concerned over environmental impacts and the projected more than 100 trucks carrying the frack wastewater to the well every day. We'll share their concerns tomorrow night at 10. Live in the studio, Josh Minnie, KTC TV3.